Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Ivan, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And let's take a look at your specific situation. So you had some questions, and you know what? You're really organized. Really. The way that you structure this information is incredible. It's very easy for me. So you say, I read an FAQ that it must pay at least $135 for 3 months. I'm writing section reply to a guy by saying you could pay $45 a month, but if you needed more time, he had to pay the same fee. Okay, good question. Now, if you do not have a PayPal account and you cannot create a PayPal account, my requirement is students have to pay using Western Union up front for 3 months. However, if you use PayPal and you subscribe to my course, you only have to make a payment of $45, right? So you pay per month. If you want to use my course for 1 month, you create your subscription, you make your payment, you cancel your subscription immediately. That way you only bill for 30 days for just that first month. Right? So that's the difference. If you do not have PayPal or you cannot use PayPal, then you have to use Western Union to make a one-time $135 payment for 3 months of access. You say, I've taken the TOEFL, I scored 85, I need 90, but I'd like to get around 100. You say, in this context, would it be suitable for me to begin with 1 month and see how it goes? Yes, that's probably a pretty good idea. If you want, you can use my course for 30 days. Actually, I would say use my course for maybe 2 months, and then you can take a full-length IBT practice test to see where your score is. Right? So you say, from the time I pay, I have my account available to access the platform where I can find these group works, information, new feedback, right? Yes. When you subscribe to my course for 1 month, you have complete unlimited access to more than 700 vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, reading, listening, writing, and speaking lessons. So you do. Says, is there any important information I can download, or is everything fully virtual? Some information, for example, in the vocabulary section of my course, you can download the vocabulary words, you can download the audio files to the vocabulary words. So some files are fully virtual and other files are not, and they can be downloaded if you want. You see, I assume you want to protect your information, but certain documents could be kept by the client to review them at any time, such as vocabulary, grammar tips, and so on. So yeah, some of the information you can download, not all. You say, I'd like to start February 1st, 2017. Is there a problem? No, there is no problem. You can join my course anytime you like, day or night, all year long. You say, is this service, or does this service include TOEFL tests to practice with? Yes. In the speaking section of my course, I have over 300 speaking topics that you can begin practicing today. I have more than 83 writing topics that you can practice, and you will get scores by me from both of those. Now, I provide very specific audio comments on the speaking tasks that you do. Now, for the writing, I do not do that because it's too time consuming. But I do give, when you do a writing practice test, you will get a specific score from me so you can see your progress. All right? So, in going back to what I said before, what you might want to do is after 2 months, you can take a full-length IBT practice test. A full-length practice test means it's a 5-hour TOEFL exam. It's a practice test. You complete all 6 speaking tasks, both writing tasks. You have the reading and the listening sections. After you do that, about 3 days later, you'll get an overall score, and you get subtotal scores in the reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Then you can say, okay, how close is my score to 100? If it's close to 100, then it's time for you to take the TOEFL test. If it's not close to your target score, that means that you need to study and prepare a little bit longer. You see what I'm saying? Now, I do not have a full-length IBT practice test on my website. I have another website. It's called Score Nexus, and I've contracted with those guys, and they offer that. So it does cost an additional payment. I think it's between $30 and $40 for one 5-hour practice test, and I do not offer those. I apologize. I honestly don't know how to design it to make it look like the actual TOEFL, but this website does, and that's why I'm contracting with them on that service. Okay, so hopefully I've answered question 1, question 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right?